Remember being a kid, looking up at the sky and thinking, when will I get to drive a flying car? We all had that dream. Movies and TV shows kept promising us this incredible future. The Jetsons zoomed around in their bubble-top aerocar, while Doc Brown's DeLorean in Back to the Future had us believing we'd all be flying to work by 2015. But guess what? While we're still catching up on skylanes, something amazing is happening. Actual companies, serious engineers, and yes, even Elon Musk are turning this childhood fantasy into reality. The flying cars being tested today are nothing like what we imagined. They're way cooler. Let me show you what's really going on in the world of flying cars. Trust me, you won't believe some of the breakthroughs that happened just months ago. Let's take a quick trip back to 1917. While most people were still used to regular cars, Glenn Curtis had bigger ideas. He created the Curtis Autoplane, a vehicle with removable wings. Though it only managed to hop a few feet off the ground, it kicked off our obsession with flying cars. Fast forward to some real progress. In 2020, the Aeromobile 3.0 made headlines by completing a 35-minute flight between airports in Slovakia. This wasn't just some test, it was a real car that transformed into a plane, flew through the air, and then drove on regular roads. But here's why flying cars matter more now than ever before. Our cities are getting super crowded. The average person spends 36 hours in traffic annually in places like Los Angeles. Plus, with new tech like advanced batteries and AI-powered flight controls, we finally have the tools to make flying cars work. The best part? We're not just talking about fancy prototypes anymore. Companies are getting government approvals, running successful tests, and even taking pre-orders. And that's exactly what we're going to look at next. The race to dominate the flying car market has kicked into high gear, with 3 companies pulling far ahead of the pack. Their achievements aren't just impressive, they're revolutionizing how we think about transportation. Joby Aviation stands at the forefront, backed by major players like Toyota and the US Air Force. Their eVTOL aircraft isn't just another prototype, it's completed over 1,000 test flights across over 20,000 miles. The real game changer came in 2023 when they earned crucial NASA certification for their noise levels, measuring just 45 decibels at 1,000 feet, about as loud as a library conversation. Their vehicle specs are mind-blowing. Picture a craft that carries 4 passengers plus a pilot, cruising at 200 miles per hour. That's faster than most small planes. It can fly 150 miles on a single charge, enough to get from Los Angeles to San Diego. The company has already secured a massive factory in Marina, California, capable of producing up to 500 aircraft annually. Even better, they've already started pilot training programs in partnership with major airlines. Shifting gears to Lilium, they're taking flying cars in a completely different direction. Their 7-seater electric jet looks like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's real. During their groundbreaking 2023 test flights in Spain, they achieved something remarkable. Their Phoenix 2 technology demonstrator fully transitioned from hover to wing-borne flight at over 100 knots. What makes Lilium unique is its jet technology. Instead of traditional propellers, it uses 36 small electric jet engines mounted on 4 tilting wings. This design allows for incredibly precise control and near-silent operation. Lilium has already secured orders worth $1 billion from Brazilian airline Azul and is building a massive vertiport network across Florida. However, the most dramatic breakthrough comes from Klein Vision's Aircar. In 2022, this transforming vehicle completed a 35-minute flight between Nitra and Bratislava in Slovakia. Here's the incredible part. After landing, the pilot pushed a button, and within 3 minutes, the wings folded away, transforming it into a sports car that drove home on regular roads. Before earning its certification from the Slovak Transport Authority, the vehicle underwent 70 hours of rigorous flight testing, including over 200 takeoffs and landings. The Aircar's specs are equally impressive. On the ground, it functions as a regular car with a BMW engine, reaching speeds of 100 miles per hour. In the air, it can fly at 8,200 feet with a range of 620 miles. The transformation process is fully automated and takes less than 3 minutes, about the same time you'd spend at a red light. These achievements aren't just technological milestones, they represent different visions of our flying future. Joby focuses on urban air mobility, Lilium reimagines regional transportation, transportation, and Klein Vision pursues the dream of a true transforming car. Each approach has its merits, and each company has proven its concept works. But here's the catch. Before any of these vehicles can become part of our daily lives, they face serious technical challenges that need solving. The biggest hurdle? Battery technology. Current electric flying cars can only stay in the air for about an hour. Think about your phone battery draining quickly when you're using GPS and watching videos. Now imagine powering a whole aircraft. Companies like Beta Technologies are tackling this with new battery designs that pack more power into smaller spaces. Up in the air, things get complicated fast. Modern cities already have thousands of regular aircraft to manage. Adding hundreds of flying cars would be like turning a 2-lane road into a 20-lane highway in the sky. That's why companies are developing AI traffic management systems. One of these, Skyports, successfully tested their system in 2023, handling 20 different flying vehicles at once. Safety isn't just a priority, it's everything. Flying cars need backup systems for their backup systems. The good news, recent innovations are making this possible. Take Vertical Aerospace's VX4. It can safely land even if multiple systems fail, thanks to its distributed electric propulsion system. The solutions are already rolling out. Just last year, the FAA introduced new guidelines specifically for these vehicles. Companies follow these rules, and some, like Joby Aviation, have already started the certification process. This isn't sci-fi anymore. These are real solutions to real challenges. But you know who's taking a completely different approach to all this? Elon Musk. His ideas about flying cars might surprise you. Surprisingly, Elon Musk isn't the biggest fan of flying cars. In fact, during a 2017 TED Talk, he straight up said, "I'm in favor of flying things, but not for cars." His main concern? The noise and wind force from thousands of flying vehicles would make cities unbearable. Instead, Musk's vision takes a different path. He's developing something unique through Tesla's battery innovations and SpaceX's rocket technology. In 2021, Tesla filed patents for ground-level vertical takeoff and landing technology. Think of it as a middle ground between traditional cars and flying vehicles. The most interesting part, Tesla's advanced electric motors and batteries inspire other flying car companies. Companies like Archer Aviation are adopting the same technology that powers the Model S for air taxis, using similar battery management systems and motor designs. What makes Musk's approach stand out is its focus on practicality. While other companies race to get cars in the air, Tesla is working on ground-based solutions first. Their research into autonomous driving systems could help solve one of flying cars' biggest challenges: automated flight control. Recent developments at SpaceX also hint at crossover technology. Flying car developers are examining the precision landing systems used by Falcon 9 rockets. It's not about copying rocket technology, it's about adapting these proven systems for smaller vehicles. But what does all this mean for the future of flying cars? Well, the timeline might surprise you. Here's what the next few years look like for flying cars. The FAA has set clear goals. By 2025, they plan to approve the first commercial flying taxis. Companies like Joby Aviation and Archer are already booking test flights for 2024. What about regular people like us? The European Union Aviation Safety Agency predicts we'll see the first flying taxi services in major cities by 2027. But wait to buy your flying car. Initial services will work more like air taxis or shuttle services between airports and city centers. The infrastructure is already in progress. Cities like Los Angeles and Miami are building exceptional takeoff and landing pads called vertiports. Dubai has already finished its first one, complete with charging stations and passenger terminals. Price tag? Early estimates from Hyundai suggest a 30-minute flying taxi ride might cost around $200, about the same as a fancy helicopter tour today. But just like electric cars, prices will drop as technology improves. Aviation experts agree that by 2030, flying between cities could be as common as taking an Uber is today. It's not exactly the flying car in your garage, but it may be even more exciting. So where does this leave us? Flying cars aren't just sci-fi anymore. They're turning into reality differently than we imagined. From Joby's electric taxis to Tesla's groundbreaking innovations, we're witnessing the birth of a new way to travel. The next 5 years will be game-changing. While we might not have flying cars in our garages, we'll likely book flying taxis through our phones. It's incredible to think about how far we've come from those first Jetsons episodes. Hit that subscribe button. I dive deep into amazing innovations like this every week. Comment below with your thoughts. Would you take a flying taxi if it was available in your city tomorrow? Can't wait to hear what you think.